Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another travel guide episode here at Spad's YouTube. My name is Spads, and today I'm gonna be giving to you my experience and recommendations on climbing Mount Napulak. In this video, we're gonna be discussing the trails going up into Mount Napulak, the difficulty of the trails, the water sources, which part of the trails have good views, and then the duration of the trail. And on top of that, I will be sharing to you the gears that I've used for this climb. That includes the hiking gears, sleeping gears, and my food utensils. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and then follow my social media accounts. Hit the like and then share so you can help me and my channel grow. Here's a mini movie of my first climb to Mount Napulak.
Bravo! Vlogger.
Sure.
Sasahin mo kami ngayon. Na. Ano na yan? Ano nga natadlo?
Walang dyan.
Ano mo lang, check mo lang. Ha! Ho! Ay, guwapo, Bart. Ho! Nakakawala na pagod yung view. Let's go. Konti na lang, pila lang kami nets, yan. 1 hour. Let's kagina mo nga, bali 1 hour. Let's guys, sasabit kami. Namula!
Okay, so before we proceed on the details of the mountain, I just want to mention that during this climb, I was a joiner to an organized climb prepared by Base Camp Mountaineers. This is their Facebook page. You can check them out. They do 1 climb per month. They have been my go-to organizers when I am going to climb the mountains of Igbaras. Now, let's go ahead and proceed on the details of the mountain. Mount Napulak has a height of 1,239 meters above sea level, or a 4,065 feet. Its difficulty level is at 4 out of 9. Ang trail class po niya is at 1 to 5. Mostly it's 1 to 3, but if you're planning to climb the Napulak, the difficulty bumps up into 5. The hike duration for experts, it's around 2 hours. For casual climbers like me, it will be at around 3 to 4 hours. But for beginners, it will be at around 5 to 8 hours. For us, it took us around 8 hours from the jump off point into the peak kasi we spend a lot of time on the water sources. So let's go ahead onto the map so I can show you, and then you can visualize what the trail looks like and what the mountain looks like. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so for those who are not familiar with Panay Island is situated in Western Visayas. This is Western Visayas right here. Okay, and this right here is Panay Island. Now, where I'm from Iloilo City, which is located right here. Okay, and then Igbaras is located right here, and then Mount Napulak is right here. So ayan po yan. Let's go ahead and zoom in. From the Igbaras town, the jeepney will take you for about 10 to 15 minutes going into the second to the last barangays before the jump off of the trails. Okay? Now we have two trails for Mount Napulak, the Bagay Trail and then the Tig Baba Trail. Now for the Bagay Trail, the jeepney will take you to Barangay Labon, which is right in here. If you're going to take Tig Baba, the jeepney will take you to Barangay Bagakay. For the Bagay Trail, from Barangay Labon, you will have to hike going to Barangay Bagay. This is Barangay Bagay right here, which is the jump off point of the trail. If you are taking Tig Baba, you will have to ride a habal-habal or a motorcycle going up into the last group of houses of Tig Baba. Tig Baba is actually right here. The jump off point of Tig Baba is right here. Ayan. Yan po yung jump off point niya. So, ayan. So, medyo malayo siya sa Tig Baba town. So, let me go ahead and show to you kung ano yung itsura ng dalawang trail. So, Bagay Trail is this one right here. And Tig Baba is right here. Ayan. Medyo nasobrahan lang kasi nilagay ko sa Bagakay Plaza. Kasi yan yung end point namin nung nag-climb kami. So, ayan. So, the trails actually go behind Mount Napulak or on the side. Di ko po alam kung meron pong trail sa harap. Kasi, if nakikita nyo, sa harap niya, medyo sheer drop-off na po siya. Let's go ahead and start on the trail for Barangay Bagay. Okay? So, ayan. So, from Barangay Bagay, your first leg is through the farmlands of the locals, going up here. Okay. Maganda po yung view ng start hike dito kasi makikita nyo yung mountains ng Igkabugaw. I don't know if Mount Lubok is seen that area, pero makikita nyo po yung area na to. Ayan. So, maganda po yung view dyan. Pero, medyo mababa pa po yan. After that, you're gonna go ahead and go down into the river line or yung dinadaanan ng tubig. Kasi nga, you're gonna proceed to the first water source. So, ayan. So, in this area right here, there are small openings where you can see the coastal area of Gimbal, Miagao, and Sanokin. Ayan. And at the same time, the rice terraces where the locals maintain or work on. Ayan. Okay, so let me go ahead and show to you the water source. So that's the first water source right there, and the second water source is right there. So I'm not really sure if this is the exact pinpoint location of the water source, but it's in that area. So take it with a grain of salt. Okay? So the first water source right here, it's a closed trail, and dyan po kami kumain ng lunchtime namin. Siguro 2 hours na trail hike from Bagay town going up into the first water source. Now, how difficult is the trail from Barangay Bagay to the first water source? It's a really easy trail. It's a rolling trail, meaning up and down, up and down. So, ayan. There are a couple of hard areas where it's a sheer drop on the left and then small trail lang, pero may maikli lang. So, manage nyo yan. From the first water source going up into the second water source, it's quite a close trail. Wala po kayong makikita ang mga view dyan. The only view that you're gonna see is the mountain on the left, which is the W mountain, they call that. And then the lower part of Mount Napulak on the right. Yung dadaanan nyo po is a irrigation system that are made by the locals, which is coming from the second water source. I'm not sure if it's the second water source or other sources, pero yung dinadaanan nyo po is irrigation po yan. Dinadaanan ng tubig na nagsusupply doon sa barangay Bagay. So, ayan. There are a couple of areas where there are good shots of the trail. The bad thing about that in our climb is that summer siya and medyo tuyo yung mga dahon, so you can't really see greens when you're walking. So, medyo tuyo siya. So, ayan. Halfway from first water source to second water source, that is where the trail becomes steep. So, make sure that you manage your step or your weight on your legs, kasi sa area na po yan, pinilit ko po na ilagay lahat ng weight on my legs. So, muntika na ako nag-cramp. So, ayan. Second water source, nag-stop over po kami. We spend around an hour kasi nagluto pa kami. Nagluto kami ng rice sa baba kasi we have to bring a lot of water on the summit kasi medyo malayo po yung water source from the summit. So, ayan. For me, I brought a 3 liters bladder and 2 500 ml foldable water bottles. Yung foldable water bottles ko, that is the water that I use, that I drink during the trail. The 3 liters water bladder is the one that I use during the night and then the hike from the summit going down. Kasi medyo malalayo po yung water source on the other side sa may Tig Baba. Okay. So, from the water source going up to the summit, may dalawang assault po doon. First one is the clearing. That's the first assault. And the second assault is going up into the summit. Now, bakit clearing po yung tinatawag doon? Kasi, sa may map, makikita nyo, there is like a clearing up here before you're gonna turn right going to the summit. Sa clearing po na ito, maganda po magtambay or magpahinga dito because the view is amazing. Let me show you kung ano yung mga views na makikita mo. One is you can see the view of Igbaras Trilogy. Trilogy kasi makikita nyo po yung valley ng dalawang mountain, which is Mount Opao. Ayan. And then, Mount Tripis. Ito po yung valley. Ang ganda po ng view dito. Nagpalipad ako ng drone and the view is spectacular. And onto the left lang, dito. Ayan. On the left lang, dito lang, it's Antique, Aningalan. So, maganda din, itutok yung drone nyo dyan sa area nyo na yan. And then, sa likod nyo, ikutin natin yung map, you can see the trail that you've been taking from the first water source up on the second water source. And then, makikita nyo buong valley and at the same time yung coastal waters ng San Joaquin and then Miagao. Now, from the clearing, you will take the tree line right here on the left. And then halfway, you're gonna go out into the open trail. The open trail is where the best views are. Makikita nyo po sa likod. We're gonna go ahead and rotate. Makikita nyo po yung tinatawag nilang W Mountain. Yung ridge line ng W Mountain. And at the same time, yung ridge line ng Miagao Mountains. So, when you're going up, halfway into the summit, rest for a while, look back, and take some pictures. So, ayan. We arrived at the summit around 5:30. We didn't go to the Nipple Rock because the guide advised us to pitch the tent already before it gets dark. Kasi sabi niya, the temperature at the top of Mount Napulak goes down very quick during the dark. So, nag-pitch muna kami ng tent. And then, after ako nag-pitch ng tent, nagpalipad ako ng drone sa taas sa may camping area. Now, if you're gonna go ahead and fly the drone on the camping area, there are two things that you need to watch out for. One is the wind. On the other side of Napulak is where the wind is at. So make sure that your drone can handle those strong winds. The second thing that you need to watch out for are the eagles. Kasi kapag nakikita nila, lumilipad na yung drone mo, especially sa hapon, pinupuntahan nila. And pwede nilang kunin yung drone mo. On the camping area, there are two spots where it's ideal to do camping. One is where we camp under the big rock or napapalibutan kami ng mga kahoy. Maganda po yung area na yon kasi it blocks off the strong wind from blowing into our tents. Okay? Malas lang kasi nagpatayo ako ng tent doon sa may dinadaanan talaga ng hangin. So, lahat ng ginaw na sa akin. And then the other one is just below the nipple rock. Meron dong parang a covered area na pwede kayong mag-pitch ng tent. Other areas in the campsite, it's quite open and you will get hammered by the strong winds during the night. So, I'm not sure on how the winds are during the rainy season, pero in summertime, ang lakas talaga ng hangin sa taas. And it's not just one direction that the wind is coming from. Umiikot po yung wind sa my campsite. So, make sure that whenever you're gonna pitch your tent, ask your guide to get the best spot, yung medyo tago po. So, kinabukasan, nag-summit po kami sa may Nipple Rock. For me, it's not a difficult climb kasi may ladder naman and then short wall climbing lang or rock climbing into the summit kung saan yung cross. Maganda lang sa umaga kasi nakikita mo yung fog na dumadaan sa Nipple Rock and at the same time makikita mo yung sunrise, nakikita mo yung sun rays. And then at the same time, may instance doon na nag-iintay kami ng clearing kasi napapaligiran kami ng fog sa may rock. So, ayan. You can check out my travel vlog, the behind the scenes of our climb. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the top right here in the description para makita nyo yung lahat ng behind the scenes. And then, I have another video which shows the trail of Bagay and the trail of Tig Baba. Silent video po yon. So, lahat ng views, lahat ng trails makikita nyo dyan. So, ayan. Okay, so moving on to the guide, bumaba po kami sa Tig Baba Trail. So, let me go ahead and show to you Tig Baba Trail. Okay, so ayan po yung Tig Baba Trail. It's going to the side of Napulak and going down. Now, the water source is actually near the bottom na ng mountain. So, like I've told you earlier, make sure that you get enough water going up into the summit and then make sure that you have enough water going down. So, ayan. Now, the best view on this area is eto sa first start pababa kasi makikita mo yung valley dito sa area na to. Ayan, makikita mo yung valley ng Mount Opao at Mount Taripis. During the hike going down, we don't have a good view kasi nagfa-fog. Umakyat kasi yung ulan sa taas ng Napulak. So, nagfa-fog sa area na to. Pero maganda po yung view. It's a sheer drop on the left, pero it's covered with high tall grasses. So, ang ganda. Parang lumadaan ka sa Jurassic Park. And then, in this area right here ng trail, may dadaanan kayo na parang mini bonsai forest. So, watch out for that. Okay, so in this part right here, after ng bonsai forest, is a sheer drop. Dito yung pinaka-steep na trail ng area. So, if you're gonna take the Tig Baba, eto po yung pinaka-steep na climb nyo. There is a part where you're gonna hold into a rope and then rappel yourself. So, take note of that. Now, from the water source, we had our lunch and then going down na, it's an easy descent. Key areas on the descent is that before the water source, meron pong area dito na tinatawag nilang desert. Desert kasi wala masyadong kahoy, it's an open area and tatamaan talaga kayo ng init. During that time, siguro it's around 10:30 or 11 na area na yan and grabe po yung init. So make sure that you pass that trail really quick to avoid getting burned by the sun. And then, just below the water source sa area na to, dito, meron diyang parang loose rocks na, or loose gravel na area where madudulas ka talaga. So, make sure that you watch your step during that area. Natipalok po ako sa area na yan kasi medyo loose gravel siya. So, ayan. After that, going down to the first houses, may makikita po kayong first store ni Tatay Ben. Ayan. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan, pero something Ben. Diyan po, nag-rest kami and then nag-order na ako ng Coke. Diyan po matitikman nyo yung pinakamasarap na Coke sa buong Napulak. So, ayan. Then from there, you can opt to take a habal-habal or a tricycle going down into Bagay Plaza, kung saan naghihintay yung jeepney namin. So, pero I opted not to take the motorcycle or the habal-habal because I want to experience walking all the way into Barangay Bagay Plaza. So, ayan. Siguro mga 20 to 40 minutes na walk going down. Okay lang kung mag-backtrail kayo to Barangay Bagay because it's not that steep. Pero kung mag-traverse kayo through Tig Baba, condition nyo na yung tuhod nyo. So, what are the gears that I use during the climb? So, there are 3 categories that I will discuss to you. One is the trail clothes that I wear during the trail, my sleeping gear, and then my food utensils. For my clothes during the hike, I am wearing a air-cooled sun jacket na may mga butas-butas, parang jersey, na para kung masyadong mainit, hindi ako masyadong pinapawisan, and at the same time, kapag may hangin, nakakapasok siya. So, ayan. It has a hood na may cap din ako, but at least kung sa open trail kami, hindi ako masusunog ng araw. So, ayan. I opted to use breathable shorts, not a hiking shorts kasi naiinitan ako niyan. And then, under that is leggings. And then, I'm using a trail running shoes. Bago po yung trail running shoes ko sa time na yan. And I was testing it out. And it's the best feeling, secured and comfortable talaga yung running shoes ko. I'm gonna create a separate review video of that shoe, so make sure that you subscribe, okay? And then, on top of that, meron akong backup na trekking sandals. Just in case that I need to take off my shoes and then let my feet breathe. So, I have that. Pero, hindi ko nagamit yung sandal during the ascend and then the descend. Doon na lang sa my campsite. For my sleeping gear, dito po ako nagkamali. For my sleeping gear, yung dinala ko lang is 1 layer na jogger and then a cotton jacket. I have a winter gloves and then socks. Yun lang po yung ginamit ko sa aking sleeping gear. What I would recommend is if I have a chance to go up there during this time on summer and then it's that cold, I would bring a thermal underwear. Okay, cotton po yan. And then, a mid-layer of a jogger or a fleece jacket. And then, my third layer, if hindi talaga makakaya yung lamig, the third layer would be a heat insulator. I'm using a Wolf windbreaker / raincoat. If not, then you can do a down jacket and then a hiking pants. Pwede po yan. Importante lang is to have a windbreaker on your outer shell or your third layer para at least kung tatamaan kayo ng hangin, hindi siya manunuot sa katawan niyo. And at the same time, it will insulate or hold your body heat during the cold time. So, ayan. The tent that I'm using for that night is a 2-person Series P nature hike dome tent. That's been my go-to tent from all my hikes. 2-person siya, so maluwag para sa akin. And then I have a thermal pad or a ground pad, ground sheet, whatever you call it. I have an inflated pillow which I'm gonna change kasi parang hindi ako makatulog sa inflatable pillow. So I'm gonna opt out of that and I'm gonna change it to a cotton pillow or the usual pillow pero yung maliit lang. And then meron po akong sleeping bag. Problem with the sleeping bag is that hindi siya nakaka-prevent ng cold. Nanonood po yung cold. So I would recommend if you're gonna go up there, make sure that you buy a emergency thermal sleeping bag. It's around 100 pesos on Shopee. Take it. If it's really cold, pasok mo dun yung sleeping bag mo And then outer layer is yung thermal sleeping bag. That will keep your body heat inside and will keep the cold outside or the wind from going in. Ayan. So that's my recommendation for your sleeping gear. Oh, and one thing as well, make sure that you have mask. Kasi ako, around 3 a.m. nung natulog ako, pumapasok yung ginaw sa ilong ko and it's dry and it's making me cough during that time. So make sure that you have cover. For my food utensils, I have one foldable plate which is converts into a plate and a bowl kasi we have soup, so you can put it there. I have a spork, a combination of a fork and a spoon, a long one. And then I have a thermal flask where I put in my Lucky Day coffee. Yung Lucky Day coffee is my go-to energy drink during the trail hike. So, yan po yung ginagamit ko. Try it out kung gusto nyo may energy kayo sa pag-hike. And then I also have a separate mug, pero I actually didn't use that kasi meron na akong foldable flask for the water and hindi rin ako nagluluto ng coffee during the trail kasi meron na akong Lucky Day na instant coffee. So ayan, parang hindi ko siya nagamit. So that's it for my gears and my utensils. If you have further questions about Napulak, make sure that you comment down below. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and follow my social media accounts. Hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Ride safe, travel more. I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye!